SuperTalk Mississippi media production.
Are you a business owner looking for help with HR benefits and payroll? MWG Employer Services offers a wide range of services and can create a custom plan that fits your needs and budget.
I was so overwhelmed with HR stuff. MWG Employer Services took all the stress out of it and even set up my payroll. I couldn't be happier. MWG
Employer Services is here to help you succeed. Call us today at 601-206-7966 or go to MWGEmployerServices.com.
You're listening to Sports Talk Mississippi On Demand, presented by Pearl River Resort. Escape to Choctaw, Mississippi and enjoy world-class gaming, the Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, and Geyser Falls Water Park. Escape to Pearl River Resort.
Sports Talk Mississippi is on the air. Sports Talk Mississippi is powered by C-Spire. Power your home or business with C-Spire Fiber. To learn more, visit supertalk.fm/C-Spire. C-Spire Fiber powers SuperTalk Mississippi. To the junction, in the Grove, and to the top. This is Sports Talk Mississippi. On your radio and in the game, right here on Super Talk Mississippi.
Welcome in yet another rainy day here in the state of Mississippi. At least where I sit, it won't stop raining. It's never going to stop raining, Hadad. Never. It's going to get rain every day for the rest of time, apparently. Start building an ark, brother, because the floods are coming.
I got pretty good word that's never going to happen again. So, I don't know.
I do believe that has been addressed. Oh, man, Sports Talk Mississippi on a Monday. A busy sports weekend. We got a Game 3 coming up in the College World Series. Wyndham Clark wins the U.S. Open and some crowd controversy as a result of that. The World Cup going on. You got recruiting happening. We've got winners and losers to do here on this show. We've got EA Sports releasing their stadium rankings. Mississippi State gets some flowers, deservedly so. Their method for ranking the stadiums based on difficulty makes no sense at all, so we will debate that coming up here for the College Football Fix. Two teams to get to. Boys, we're in the 60s. Team number 68 will be done today on the countdown of 100 teams in 100 days. And also, we got to make up for yesterday. Team number 69 was yesterday.
Nice.
So we got to get to all that and more with you on this Monday. So glad that you guys are with us.
And we'll get to it all here in the Pearl River Resort studios. Pearl River Resort. What a great weekend you could have with a simple visit to pearlriverresort.com. You can book your reservations at outstanding restaurants. Book a round for championship golf. Take your family to a weekend at Geyser Falls. It's all right there for you. Pearl River Resort, pearlriverresort.com. C-Spire text line open to you at 601-879-4395. With C-Spire, it's easier than ever to get all the devices you want in one move with the Ultimate Connect bundle. Right now, new and current customers get a free phone, watch, and tablet plus 100 gigs of data for just $90. That includes the new iPhone 17 and Samsung Galaxy S26 for free. And a free smartwatch and tablet to go with it. So don't wait. There's more to see. Visit cspire.com or stop by your local C-Spire store today. C-Spire, inspired by, you guessed it, you.
Man, what'd you do this weekend?
I watched a lot of World Cup.
Yeah?
That was about as much, that's basically what I did.
I heard that both Rhino and myself were mocked for taking the day off on Friday on these airwaves.
No one was mocked.
That's what Rebecca just told me 40 minutes ago.
Well, if you were mocked, it wasn't on Sports Talk Mississippi.
How was that watching while that was going on?
I have taken days off to watch stuff myself, so why would I mock? It was fun, you know. The Americans were in control the whole game. When I saw Pulisic wasn't going to play, there was a little bit of worry, but at the same time, I just knew we were better than the Australians. And now what you see is an American team that has a really good chance to make it into the quarterfinals. Just with the way I think right now, the last thing I saw there, they would line up to play Ecuador. Is that correct?
So that has changed. I don't know why it's changed. It's back to Bosnia being the
either one. Like Ecuador would be more of a challenge, I think, but they can beat either one of those teams. And, now you get into the quarterfinals, who you matched up with there? I don't know. France, the Netherlands.
So that's still looking okay also.
Who is that? Who are they looking
I think
like?
Belgium, right, was the...
Ooh, you could play them. They aren't. That's a talented team, but they're not playing good right now.
Everybody in the quarters is talented.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what, but like, the word that soccer people use is form. They're not in good form right now.
Yeah.
They're not playing very well. I mean, they're just not, they're just not great. So, interesting.
Certainly interesting. Had a good time. It's almost kind of a PSA because the United States has already won the group. Mm-hmm. And if you're not into this, well, I understand. It's not for everybody. It's fine. The group, it's a bunch of groups, 4 teams in the group. You play a round robin.
Right.
The United States has already won the group. So this game coming up on Thursday night at 9 o'clock, by the way, gross, is utterly meaningless. Our standing cannot improve, and it cannot get worse. There's nothing that can happen on Thursday. So you're going to see a lot of if you make the World Cup roster, you're one of the best players we have to offer. I would replace every starter except for Faris in goal. I think that he just hasn't gotten enough work in these 2 games. He hadn't really been tested at all. I would just kind of keep him in. Otherwise, I would play literally none of the starters. None of them.
That's probably what's going to occur. I mean, it wouldn't make sense to do otherwise, to be honest with you.
So that's coming up Thursday. We'll talk about that some on Friday. But again, the result's meaningless because they've just taken care of business to this point. So, yeah, really good stuff.
Did you have a good time?
Oh, it was so worth it.
Yeah.
It was so worth it. Having little guy there and went to a watch party. And, I mean, just the vibes at a thing like that, especially when the team plays well, are just immaculate, especially for a 6.5-year-old running around. Everybody's just happy and yelling. And he wants every excuse to do USA. That he can find. So, and then at halftime we got ice cream.
I do have one other question. Go ahead though.
Oh, but no, I mean it's hard to beat a day like that where you get to chant USA and yell without any repercussions and eat cookies and cream ice cream. I mean,
it's good times.
It's a good day.
I want to know why on Friday, June 19th, you were awake at 4:51 a.m. and sending me Twitter DMs. That's the other thing I wanted to know. You sent me this thing, and I looked at it for a few minutes, and then I looked at the time. I was like, why? Why? Why were you awake at that time?
And then thinking about the show.
You're off that day. You weren't even working.
I don't sleep very well, never have. My dad used to go to work at 5 a.m. because he's like, I'm up. Might as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of me. It's just I'm up, what else am I going to do?
I guess.
It sucks. I hate it. And people are like, "Oh, try melatonin." I've tried all of those things. I don't like the way they make me feel. Mm-hmm. So I just deal with the bad sleep and 3 to 5 cups of coffee a day, and I get by as best I can. The afternoon one's the problem.
Like I said, I think I didn't even notice it till Saturday. It's like
you didn't see it, so you didn't talk about it.
I didn't talk about it at all, so we could go back to it.
I don't particularly love the list, but it's an impossible list to go through.
It's impossible, but it's also very bad.
Yeah.
Like they really cater to their audience with that one.
So if you're not familiar, our good friends at the next round did the top 50 non-quarterback SEC players since the year 2000, right?
Yeah.
Was the year?
That is correct.
And, buddy, the amount of Alabama players that are on this list, it's like, guys, there have been other programs that have had great players that have played for them.
Yeah, it's rough.
That has happened before.
Yeah.
And, maybe one day it'll happen again. We'll see. See, somebody's already sending recommendations to help me sleep better.
There you go. Yeah.
I've tried them. I don't like the way they make me feel. I don't know. So
I considered whiskey. A little whiskey on the way down.
Couple of beers.
Couple of beers. Try a couple of beers.
I do think it's wild though, man. So we went to an establishment. I made a joke with Rhino earlier. No free shout-outs. Went to an establishment to watch the game, and then
he was there with you.
No, so he went to a different one.
Oh, okay.
And there was a third watch party that I was told about, all in just Jackson area, 2:00 on a Friday afternoon that were packed. I mean, the one I went to, there was no space for another person. It was awesome. It was so hot. The only downside was it was so hot that going outside almost felt better than being inside.
Yeah.
But that, central Mississippi is so encapsulated by a soccer thing to where you have that going on at 2:00 on a Friday was, it's just awesome how it's something about just the American flag on their chest. It allows so many people. When you look around, it's like these are not everybody looks like me here. And that's the cool part is it doesn't matter. We all celebrated the success of our countrymen, which is a really cool and fun thing to be a part of. The internet's not real life. Breaking news more at 11.
It's not?
It is not real life.
That woman who's messaging me isn't real?
I do appreciate Twitter having
sent her all this money.
The extra tab for all of the bot DMs that you get.
Oh, is that a thing now?
Oh, it's a thing. Yeah, if you go...
my DMs aren't open. So
see, mine are.
That's why. Yeah.
But they filter them, and you go to the filter, and that's all it is. It's just bots trying to get you to click on a sketchy link because they want to add you on WhatsApp or whatever.
I got you. See, I don't. My DMs are limited to the people that I follow. So because I tried opening them once, and I immediately got 3 messages from athletes' dads asking if I could get them a message to Coach Levy, and I'm like, no. I'm not, no. So immediately went right back to you can't message me on Twitter.
Sports Talk Mississippi. We'll be right back in the Pearl River Resort studio.
It's time to get real. Real sports talk for Mississippi.
It's time for you to get real with it.
Sports Talk Mississippi continues on Super Talk Mississippi.
Yeah, baby. It's the come on, man.
So you watched a lot of soccer this weekend. Did
Football,
you?
Yeah. Football.
Don't check it out, baby.
I do. I am a little sad that our dream of playing England on the 4th of July
appears to be over now.
It is dead. That died when the U.S. won the group. But did you watch baseball? Much of the College World Series this week?
No, not really.
I will put it on tonight.
I just because it's on and it's the final game. I might give it a look. I'm surprised that the North Carolina. I really did feel like that Oklahoma has just been doing the knockout punch thing, and I was just like, this is it. But credit to North Carolina, they've put themselves into a winner take all. I just don't know. I think Oklahoma's going to win it, but we'll see.
It does feel like a bit of a team of destiny situation with Oklahoma, considering the path that they've gone through and what they've done and getting hot at the right time and all of the things that people say about champions that were not the favorite going in. Mm-hmm. They've checked every single one of those boxes.
They have a little bit of – they're not the same in any way in some ways because that Ole Miss team that won the national title was highly rated early in the year.
Got it to number
but
1.
They struggled. And I think their SEC records are the same. They're both 14 and 16 in the SEC. There's a little bit of a whiff of that, though, of the Sooners have gotten hot kind of thing. And, so we'll see. We'll see how it pans out.
But, I watched it. I'll put it on. Who's left? Butch, it's game 3, so it's the final game. Win and you win. Winner take all in the College World Series. North Carolina and Oklahoma. Oklahoma won game 1. North Carolina bounced back and won game 2. And so, tonight is for everything in Omaha. I assume you didn't watch much or any U.S. Open this week.
No, that's the one I didn't get, no.
Wyndham Clark, an American, won his second U.S. Open yesterday. Mm-hmm. But it was one of the most bizarre scenes that anybody has ever seen in the sport. So, Hadad, Wyndham Clark's not the most popular player on tour. It really got highlighted last year at the U.S. Open at Oakmont. Oakmont it's an iconic club, and they have a locker room that they have preserved to look just like it did back when the club was founded 1 billion years ago. And after his final round, he was frustrated. He's kind of known as a guy that gets hot. And he kicked 2 lockers and essentially destroyed the 2 lockers.
Okay.
Pictures get out over the internet. Wyndham Clark destroys the lockers at Oakmont. And his initial response when he was asked about it a couple weeks later at the next tournament was not good. He didn't take ownership of it. He just, I'm just trying to move on.
Yeah.
That's not the only reason why people don't like him. They think he's just kind of a tool.
Okay.
That's generally his reputation. Now, this week, he has been asked about the locker room incident 1 billion times, and he has answered every single question exactly how you would hope somebody would. Mm-hmm. And also, privately, I guess he gave a big donation to Oakmont's charity arm. He has paid to get the lockers fixed. He sent even... so the members have, these are members' lockers that he destroyed. He sent them both a super expensive bottle of bourbon and all that stuff. He's privately made up for it and publicly finally owned it and said all the right things this week.
Right.
Got out to a big lead, held that lead into Sunday. Scotty Scheffler in the final group with him, but he's got a big lead at the U.S. Open. American guy at the U.S. Open. And from start to finish, from the opening tee shot, all 18 holes, he got treated in ways that I have not seen a golfer, not as a road player at a Ryder Cup, has ever been treated before. Before every shot. Hit it in the bunker, Wyndham. Hit it in the bunker. Get in the water. Every single shot. Every thing that didn't go his way.
A lack of decorum.
Loud cheers. I mean, people were celebrating him playing poorly to the point where Scheffler, you could tell he was uncomfortable. When he would do something good, he made this huge putt on 16 that essentially won him the tournament. Nobody really cheered. It was just like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So all of his failures were celebrated. He was heckled and all that stuff the entire time from start to finish in ways that I've never seen before. I watch golf every weekend. I've never seen that before. Only in a Ryder Cup for road players. And I think that there's been a lot of conversation about that. This is not football.
Yeah.
And there's standards for decorum in certain things. This kind of makes me a stick in the mud, but I think it's reality. You go to a Rush concert, you yell and scream the entire time. You go to see the symphony orchestra, and you wear a tie, and you sit quietly and clap when they're in between numbers.
Right.
You go to Wimbledon, you dress nice, you act a certain way. You go to the Steelers game and you wave a towel above your head and you yell obscenities. There's different levels of decorum based on where you are. And golf is supposed to be a game and an environment where you act like a gentleman.
Right.
It's the gentleman's game. And that doesn't mean you don't have favorites. If I ever got to go to a U.S. Open and I'm following Scotty, I'm rooting like hell for him. I love Scotty Scheffler. But the way they treated Wyndham Clark, we've gone too far. It's gone way too far. And I think Brian Rolap at the PGA Tour and people in charge need to put a stop to this. Because the game has grown so much, but not all growth is good growth.
Right.
Like my hometown, Greenville, South Carolina, growing like crazy. And downtown is especially awesome and beautiful. But there's so much demand for places for people to live that they're just putting all these just cookie-cutter apartment buildings all over downtown. And it looks like crap.
Right.
Not all growth is good growth. If this is golf growing, maybe it doesn't need to grow anymore. Mm. People don't act right anymore. It's with all things. I guess it's a societal issue. But
I know we've had these not issues, but like that. What is it? The stadium hole at the where people are going crazy, and it's more of a college football kind of atmosphere. Mm-hmm. But even then, it feels like it's very positive.
And even that, you know what you're getting going into it.
But like,
it's what you sign up for.
Everybody's cheering. Nobody's like just. There's
and
not
the bad
heckling.
shots get booed, but it's
yeah,
not.
but it's bad shots. It's everybody. Like, this feels like it was very personal. So I don't know.
And that is fresh off of a Ryder Cup where Rory's daughter's name was getting yelled with obscenities at him, and that was also in New York.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all for the Ryder Cup being different and like cheering bad shots when the Europeans hit one. But when Rory is hearing obscene things about his very young daughter before shots, that's also up there in New York, the same region of the country.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't act right, and if people can't act right in a certain place, somebody said it on the Golf Channel this morning. I think it's a little hot takey, but I kind of agree. Maybe they don't need to host majors anymore until they can act like the way the sport is supposed to be handled. Maybe they don't need to host it, because that wouldn't have happened at Pebble.
No. Well, I will take your word for all this, but I mean, I see what you're saying. It's just not what you expect at the golf course.
No.
You know, you expect it at, like you said, a Steelers game, a Knicks game, a hockey game of anything, you know, a wrestling event. Not at the U.S. Open. That's the last place you would expect that. So yeah. I wonder if there'll be any kind of statement made or something from the PGA itself.
There needs to be, because that's just, you know, and again, it's kind of stick in the muddy. I get it, but that's not what that sport is supposed to be. You're supposed to take your hat off when you walk into the clubhouse. You're supposed to you're supposed to dress and act a certain way, and that doesn't mean that it's not accessible for everybody. You can grow while not also endorsing garbage.
Right.
Super impressive, though, him dealing with that all day at the U.S. Open.
Shows some mental toughness.
In the final group with Scotty Scheffler and Sam Burns is making putts, and everybody's rooting against you, and you win. I don't like the guy. I think he tries a little too hard to be cool, and you know, I'm not his biggest fan, but
yeah.
I also don't understand that part of it too, Hadad. I mean, you're a 30-year-old at the U.S. Open. Why do you want to yell? I don't get the desire to do that. Why do you want to act like that? I don't get it.
It's the same reason people create burner accounts, man. They got a bunch of evil in them, and they got to get it out somehow, so that's what they do.
Yes, and Borkey's finally a shrink the game truther. I am officially a shrink the game truther. Guys don't know how to act out there, and until they learn how to act, we don't need to let them on. Got to act right, man. Get that out when you go to the Superdome, or I guess none of them are going to MetLife Stadium because the teams aren't worth watching. But,
are you talking about New York, New Jersey Stadium?
Yeah, New York, New Jersey Stadium, which is not New York at all.
Correct.
I do love how the politicians, like the governor of New York, is like, "Oh, we got the World Cup here." Hey, Madam Governor,
not really.
It's not even in your state.
Yeah, it's close. It's close. If they were having the World Cup in, you know, Tallulah, Louisiana, I think Tate Reeves should be able to get some credit.
There's my soapbox off the soapbox. Let's have some fun when we come back. Sports Talk Mississippi.
From the Seabrook. Or number one for Sports Talk.
Anyone? Come on, don't be shy.
Sports Talk Mississippi.
Bingo, man, bingo.
Super Talk Mississippi.
About country roads becoming our national, unofficial national anthem, by the way.
We already have an unofficial national anthem. It's Freebird. I want to go back to that.
That's not really a sing-along, though. Like a post-game sing-along song.
I don't care. No.
How do you post-game sing Freebird? I guess you could.
Something like that.
You could really.
I'm not really concerned one way or the other. Just let them headbang and thrash in the stands. Freebird is greater than country roads. Here's the situation.
People are having that debate, by the way.
It's about the western part of Virginia.
I don't hate it. I mean, a crowd, 70,000 Americans singing Country Roads after a win was pretty sick.
It's cool, but Freebird is better.
We need to learn the lyrics, though. Everybody knows Country Roads, Take Me Home, but they don't know the in-between. We got to learn that as a nation if we're going to start singing post-game songs. Also we got to learn the transfer portal in baseball. So it's been pretty hopping around here, Hadad.
Yeah.
Let's start in Starkville. I'm sure you talked about it Friday some. We already talked about, like, Braden Randall, for example.
I had our friend Chase Parham on to talk about the Ole Miss side of things.
Did you tell him to text me back?
No, I told him never to text you. I said, only deal with me.
But no. So since then, what do we need to know?
It was a quiet weekend for State. No new pickups between Friday and now. State is still looking for maybe another bullpen arm or two. They don't have a whole lot. I shouldn't say how to put this, because I don't know what the coaches know. And I look at Milewski right now and I think, okay, State he hasn't announced that he's coming back yet. State has got to shore up the catcher position, but the fact that they haven't been so active in trying to find a new catcher leads me to believe maybe the coaches have already talked to Milewski and they just know, and he just hasn't put a video out or whatever. I don't know the answer to that. They still, Randall looks like he's going to – I don't know if he's going to come to Mississippi State or not, but they would like to bring him in to compete for that second base job. They're supposed to be hosting South Carolina.
Did he visit this weekend? Is that what happened?
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
I believe that they are going to host South Carolina first baseman Will Craddock, who's also visiting Georgia, and also there's a potential that he could return to South Carolina. It's interesting to see, he's visiting South Carolina. He goes there.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
It makes me laugh. But they would like to bring him in.
He's having a meeting with the new coaching staff.
Right. So, State is figuring out some stuff here and there about, how they're going to put everything back together. I think they'd like to maybe bring in another outfielder as well to see what happens. If Aiden Teal, there's a possibility he gets drafted and decides to go on, or he could be back for another year and try to boost his stock. We'll see. But like I said, quiet weekend for Mississippi State on the transfer portal front. But they do have some work left to do, so I expect to see some names pop off this weekend, or this week, I should say.
So you talked about it Friday. I think there's only one thing that has not happened, or you have not talked about since that conversation, because you talked about Blake Fields from Houston, right, with Chase? I
believe that his name was mentioned, yes.
Okay. The outfielder, his, what is it, a 91%? If the ball's in the zone and he swings at it, he makes contact with it. Something like that, a crazy number.
Nothing wrong with that.
And he was a true freshman this year. So if you covered that, I think everything is up to date except for Charlie Foster, I believe. Did you talk about Charlie Foster?
No, we did not talk about it. That happened Saturday morning. I saw that. So
Charlie Foster, the Mississippi State lefty, is going to go to Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think that if you can figure out what's between his ears, that you've got a potential Friday night guy. But that's going to be the challenge for Mangrum at Ole Miss. This is a guy who the stuff is good. He throws strikes. He throws great. He has great pitching talent. But he mentally, as soon as he gives up a walk, the spiral begins for this guy. And so, he pitched his best game of the year in Oxford, the Friday night game where he left the game.
Ironically enough,
yeah, he left the game he was losing, but he was down 1-0 at the end of 5 innings, and that was the best game he pitched all year. So if they figure him out, they unlock him. You picked up a great weapon there. But if you don't, you're going to see a guy that your fans are not going to be happy seeing him come out of the bullpen.
There's a good bit of that, I think, anyway, with this transfer portal class for Ole Miss. And again, you probably talked about some of this on Friday, but I mean, Foster, you can call a quote unquote project, right? Great stuff, but hasn't put it together. Same thing with Rizzi from LSU. I mean, all the physical tools in the world to be an elite pitcher, just to this point, has not been an elite pitcher. Joel Mangum's going to earn his paycheck this offseason. I mean, he did it with Taylor Rabe and he did it with Walker Hook, so maybe he can do it again, but that, a couple of high ceiling, currently low floor guys coming in for Ole Miss on this pitching staff.
Well,
but
I wouldn't
you got to
say
do
low.
that.
Yeah, I would say low floor is correct with Foster because that's a guy that when you put him out there, he can let a game get away from him pretty quickly, as we saw a few times. Saw it at Texas, saw it against Georgia, saw it against Tennessee. There's just some times where he goes out there and you look up and you're down 3-0 if he's your starter after the first or second inning. So, going to be a big, tough task for Mississippi. If it's a trade, I would say this: if Randall ends up committing to State, and we call this like a trade, I would feel better about what State got.
That is still so interesting to me because Randall, I think he could go somewhere and be guaranteed a starting spot, and that is not the case at Mississippi State. And obviously, He wasn't going to start at Ole Miss, but he can help you.
Yeah.
Gosh, he can help a team. But from State's perspective, it's a no-brainer. Bring that guy in. If he doesn't win the job, great. What an awesome addition you've got in your dugout. And if he wins the job, great. That means he won a competition. But from his perspective, somebody somewhere will offer you you're going to come be my shortstop.
Yeah. Well, at State, it's going to be more about second base. I don't think he's knocking Ryder Woodson out at short, but second base is open. I think Sean James is going to get a piece of that action, and I think that it's going to be, if Randall comes in, it'll be between the two of them. And whoever gets that spot is going to, be in a lineup that right now as it stands has got a lot of pop in it. With obviously Parker coming back, Maluski looking like he's going to come back. Then Woodson is a guy who I think can be a double-digit home run next year guy. And then the transfers they brought in, Cressman, Overbeek, Souders. Souders is how you pronounce that. These were all double-digit home run guys at their last stop. And so you hope that they, coming into Dudy Noble Field, which has become a hitter's park since the renovation, you think that they can continue that. I feel like State's lineup is going to have a lot of pop. They just set a school record for home runs. They might attempt to get close to that again.
So he's asking, do we think it's a money issue with Ole Miss taking a bunch of projects? No, I mean, you have to fill a pitching staff, and there's a lot of arms that are leaving as a result of the draft and things like that. No, Ole Miss is not spending at the top of the league in baseball, NIL, but they've got plenty. You just have to be smart and allocate it. I mean,
they've got a lot of holes to fill, too. They got to find starting pitching. They got to replace 4 big bats there in the lineup. They got to, My guess is we'll see somebody down the road that's a big name.
Yeah, I mean, you look at like Fields, for example. Maybe he took a discount or whatever, but that guy is generally a big money guy that you have to really, because almost any team in the country would want that guy to come play in their outfield with what he did as a true freshman. His conference numbers were better than his non-conference numbers, so he got better as the year went on as a true freshman with his plate approach and all that. I mean, they went out and got a first baseman that would have been I assume, a high-dollar guy considering his numbers at his previous stop and so on and so forth. So you got to strike a balance. Again, they're not at the top of the SEC in spending in baseball. They're just not. But you do only have so much money. And as Hadad just said, I mean, there's a lot outgoing on this team. You have a nice nucleus in your lineup for sure, but there's a lot outgoing, and it costs a lot to make that outgoing turn into incoming. So you got to balance it. I mean, football does it too. Not every player in Ole Miss's portal class is a plug-and-play starter right away. This guy is a hit. I mean, they brought in Jaheim Otis. Now, he's not going to start, but that's a project in football. So you've got to do that sometimes in your portal classes. You can't just go get starters at every single position. You got to fill a roster.
Yeah. Could Mississippi State be the preseason number 1 team when the polls come out? Got to let the rest of the portal sort itself out, but State will be preseason top 5 for sure. With the pitching that they bring back, you're talking about bringing back your entire rotation. You bring back the potential SEC Player of the Year in Parker. You seem to have put some good pieces around him. You bring back Jack Bauer and Maddox Miller and Jack Gleason in that bullpen as well. Those guys were all really good for State this year. State will have a case to be the preseason number 1 team, I would say.
601-879-4395, the C Spire text line. That's how you can be a part of the show. I just got the push notification on my phone for the tens of you that care about this. Pulisic, a full participant in training today. So even if he doesn't play Thursday, I doubt he does. He's good to go, which is a good thing.
That's good news.
We'll be back in the Pearl River Resort studio.
Mississippi. Here we go. Super Talk, Mississippi.
All right, back to this victory song thing. Because somebody says, Freebird, much greater than Country Road is America's unofficial anthem. Freebird needs to be the goal song. Mm-hmm. It's the victory song that maybe is up for debate. Because I like Freebird in a just scored a goal, heck yeah, America.
Yeah.
But the getting the whole crowd to sing, and this applies to football too. Ole Miss has established one with, of all things, it's Dancing Queen.
Yeah.
But it works for some reason. Just like Gloria works for the St. Louis Blues. I don't know why, but it works.
Sometimes stuff works like that. It's fine.
What would be better than Country Roads if you got to pick one? I think Mr. Brightside would be pretty fun.
Why don't you go
victory
stay
song.
like Real American?
But do people know does that project singing in a 70,000
Oh, we want to
stadium?
sing. We want to sing along song.
A post-game where everybody's singing.
Damn.
They're drunk and happy, and we just
want
a game.
You don't have to have that. Not everybody has a like something like that. I don't know if that's the way to go.
Gosh, country, that was so awesome, though.
It was cool. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but much rather go with what we were just talking about. Freebird. Freebird just works better, in my opinion.
Then you've got the very typical minor league baseball, celebrate good times.
There you go.
But we got to retire that.
Why?
That can't be the victory song. It's overplayed. It's too much. It's got to be like as the clock's going down to 0 in Starkville and there's a win. What's the song that every time that they play and the crowd starts singing? Is there one?
There isn't one. I mean, we still do. You'll still see. Don't Stop Believing every now and then. But football hasn't really produced a lot of those moments lately. So,
and you can't do that during a game. Don't Stop Believing can't be during the game.
They used to do it during the game, but it wasn't great. Yeah,
not the best idea. Courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. I don't mind that. Yeah,
that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
It is cool hearing a group sing Country Roads and More American Than Sweet Caroline. Yeah, I don't want Sweet Caroline either.
No.
Can't be that one.
No, we don't want Sweet Caroline. I love Sweet Caroline, but no, that's one we don't want.
Eye of the Tiger.
Well, the Croatians have that, or whoever that guy was.
I need to find that.
We do need to find that. That needs to be like something we have like as a sound bite that's just always ready to go.
Although, Don't Stop Believing as a true victory song, not a fourth quarter song, but the game is over and you've won. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows the words to that song.
Right.
Is that the most, aside from Happy Birthday, I mean song that was on the radio.
Yeah.
That the most people by percentage know, the words to?
I think you and I have had this debate before. There's got to be.
We have, haven't we?
There's got to be one that's more recognizable.
What would that be?
There's stuff from Elvis and the Beatles and.
Yeah, but Hey Jude, but the English already sing that, so that's their song. We can't do that. Yeah. That would be one. Here in the States?
I'm sure there's something.
We Will Rock You would be
We
one.
Will Rock You, yeah, people would know. More people would know that. For sure.
Sweet Home Alabama, that's one. Ooh, Living on a Prayer would be a fun one, too.
If you listen to the lyrics of Sweet Home Alabama, it's actually very critical of America, though. So I don't know if that's the
Sweet Home Alabama is critical of America?
Yeah.
Or are you thinking Born in the USA?
No, I'm thinking of Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama's really? I've never.
Well, no, I take it back. No, you're right. He's being critical of someone who is being critical of America.
Yeah, Neil Young.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
Mississippi by Afro Man. I
don't mind that. That would be funny.
That's funny. That's really funny. We are going to do winners and losers when we come back. So start sending them in right now. Winners and losers. What did you like from the weekend? What did you not like from the weekend? We've got 2 teams to get to on the countdown, a top 5 to get to, and a college football fix where my qualm with the rankings has not only nothing to do with Mississippi State's inclusion, I think on methodology. They are underrated. So before the accusations fly about homerism, no, I think that EA Sports got this wrong because of where Davis Wade is.
Okay.
So we'll get to all that for the college football fix. But winners and losers after the news, send them in 601-879-4395. We'll be back.
Sports Talk Mississippi. Hey, it's go time. Sports Talk Mississippi.
Well, say something.
Super Talk Mississippi.
We could go with this one. This could be the song. 70,000 of us. Don't tread on me.
Be pretty sick.
Come on now.
I've had Country Roads stuck in my head all weekend long. West Virginia.
No, this is a better choice. Soviet! I always thought they were trying to say Soviet for a long time, and then I realized what they were saying.
I mean...
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Hey, yeah, I think...
it sells itself.
I like where your head's at.
My head around the weekend is, can I make my yard look good? And if that's the case with you, no matter what kind of yard you're talking about, you've got the big yard, you got the little yard, Ag Up is here for you. If you've got the big job, a John Deere compact tractor might be the way to go, and they've got great deals right now, 0% financing on all 1 through 4 series models. But if you've got the smaller yard, hey, go talk to them about a John Deere Zero Turn. Whatever kind of yard you've got, John Deere makes a mower for you. 15 Ag Up locations throughout the state of Mississippi. That means there's one nearby. So you can stop in, talk with their experts, find the right machine for your property and for your budget. 15 locations, or you can go to agup.com. Ag Up Equipment and John Deere, built for what's next. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details. It's Monday. It's 4:07 p.m. You know what's up. Sports Talk Mississippi. It's winners and losers.
All I do is win, no matter what.
We got winners. We got losers.
Americans love a winner and will not tolerate a loser.
Winner never win, and a winner never quit.
What did you like from the weekend? What did you not like? Let us know on the C Spire text line at 601-879-4395. Michael Borkey will let us know right now what he liked.
Yeah, I mean, our national team, you talked about it on Friday, though. They're seizing the opportunity. They're playing a fun style as well. We have had good teams with class players on it in the past that didn't play the kind of they play with a little bit of flair. Shout out Office Space. But that's what they do. The passing, the pressure, the attack is a lot of fun also.
There's something to be said about having a coach who has coached at the highest levels and won things at the highest levels. I mean, there's something to be said for that.
Yeah. And he's got a roster of guys that can actually execute that kind of stuff, too. I mean, 8 years ago, the United States did not have guys that could do some of the stuff that these guys are doing as well. But Alex Freeman, goal scorer, the second goal was him. That was an interesting offside situation, Hadad. So I thought I knew the game pretty well. That offsides deal, him not being offsides, despite definitely being offsides, even though, anyway, that counting the right call by letter of the rule, but it didn't look right at the time.
Right. I thought he was on. The whole time. I was like, that guy's foot is keep playing him on there.
Yeah. But he scored in the same stadium that his dad, Antonio Freeman, had a breakout game as a wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers. That's really cool stuff that the son of an NFL legend scores in the same city that his dad had a breakout game in his NFL career as a wide receiver. And then Antonio Freeman said that he broke down in tears when the United States coach said Alex could be the best player in the world at his position. So to an NFL legend crying because his kid scored a goal in the World Cup, that is awesome stuff. And you just love to see it, and you swell up with pride when you got stories like theirs. And awesome. I mean, he's only 21 years old. He's got a big future ahead of him and is already, shining in the World Cup.
Got a World Cup goal to his credit. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So the Americans are the easy choice, obviously, but I'll stay within the World Cup. Has there been a better story than our friends from Cape Verde? What awesome. A fun thing this is the glorious part of the World Cup. When somebody comes out of nowhere, and they really are just happy to be there. But now we're talking about a team that has drawn with Spain and Uruguay, two countries that have won World Cups, that consistently have elite players. And now they have a chance. They have a chance if they can win this last game to maybe go through. And that would be an unbelievable thing for this small nation. They're a lot of fun to watch. I've enjoyed it. The goalkeeper picking up like 6 million Instagram followers after their game against Spain. That's just fun. Sports are supposed to be fun.
Have you noticed that he has only followed about 2,000 more people, and all of them are attractive women?
Well, I mean, buddy, shoot your shot while you got ammo in the gun. All right, yeah, by all means do that. So. Yeah, that's a fun one. Cape Verde, we'll go with them.
Yeah, it's a small African island nation off the coast of Senegal. Blue water, beautiful landscape, and about the population of the city of Chattanooga.
Not a lot of folks, and yet they went toe-to-toe with the Spanish, one of the best, most talented teams in the world, who just destroyed Iran yesterday. And, yeah, there you go.
Cabo Verde.
Wyndham
Clark's a winner. Okay. He became a sympathetic figure yesterday, and not often in that sport do you face the kind of environment he did. And he held on for dear life, and his dad surprised him, so he didn't know his dad was going to be there, and he wins, and he hugs his girlfriend and all of his friends and his caddy, and he turns around, and there his dad is with wide open arms.
That's cool.
That was really cool, and again, far be it for me to think that he's a sympathetic figure, but he became one because of the way he was treated, and I mean, the old saying, eye for an eye, two wrongs don't make a right, etc.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's a tool. I don't like him, so I'm going to act like a bigger tool. Doesn't really jive. So
right.
Second U.S. Open for the American. He's playing some great golf right now, and that was pretty impressive stuff yesterday.
Yeah. We'll go back to the World Cup for another winner here because he has to be. It's Lionel Messi, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. There can't be any debate. We can debate Jordan, LeBron. We can debate Montana and Brady. We can debate whatever you want to debate. I will not be entertaining any debates on soccer. It is Messi. He is the greatest. 18 goals in World Cup history. That is a new record. He scored 2 today to break the record. I will. Do you know the all-time goal scorer before him? Do you know whose record?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I'm about to say, it's like, if you could name this guy, I'd have been really impressed. If you had known who Miroslav Klose was.
Oh, jeez.
I would have been impressed. He played recently. He scored the winning goal in 2014 when Germany won the World Cup against Argentina. So yeah, Messi. It's just and he missed a penalty today. He is human, But he
out.
He is also the GOAT of goats. When you've got guys like the original Ronaldo saying, like, this guy is so much better than I ever dreamed of being, that's all you need to have.
Yeah, every bit of 5'8", 160 pounds too. That guy also chosen to do his late career and retirement here in the United States. By the way,
yeah.
So
and somebody's right. Mbappe will break that record. He's got 14, but for now. But at the same time, is Mbappe going to be the same player that Messi is? I don't think so. No Champions Leagues for Mbappe.
85-year-old William Bosworth is a winner.
All
right. Reading from Local 12 out of WKRZ in Florida. In Leesburg, an 85-year-old man was arrested after allegedly street racing at over 100 miles per hour in a sports car while smoking a cigar.
Yes.
When confronted, he reportedly told police he was, quote, having a little ride in my favorite car.
I'm sorry, Mbappe now has 15 goals. He just scored. What a strike that was.
He was driving, again, having a little ride in his favorite car, he said. At 11:40 p.m., he was street racing at 125 miles per hour against a Nissan sports car that was doing over 110. The officer turned his lights on, and Bosworth pulled over right away. Mm-hmm. Having a little ride in his favorite car, 85 years old.
Why not?
If I get to 85 and some joker in a Nissan wants to street race me, and I'm in my Corvette.
Yeah, let's go. Let's bring it on.
Let's go.
Why not? Why not?
If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out well-dressed.
A couple minutes left. You got a loser?
Oh, gosh. Hey, how much time do you have?
About a couple of minutes.
We do
couple of minutes.
A couple of minutes here. I already talked about it earlier. Don't need to rehash it. But the crowd, the U.S. Open crowd was an embarrassment, and the tour needs to address it. We don't act like that on a golf course, and that needs to be fixed, especially when it's an American.
Mm.
But that's my big loser.
Okay. What stood out to me as far as losers go? I'll give you one. The San Francisco Giants. They're terrible. I said when they hired Vitello, I said they're tired of going 81-81 every year. They're either going to be 100 wins or 100 losses. Well, they are well on the way to 100 losses. I think Vitello might be back in college by next season. I don't know where he would go. I don't think Van Horn's ready to retire yet, so maybe not Arkansas. If he wanted to go back to Tennessee, they would tell Elander, like, hey, you got to shove off. We're gonna bring our guy back in. I don't know, but I just don't. This isn't working. It's just not working, and it sucks for me. But it is what it is.
Send yours in on the C Spire text line. What did you like from the weekend? What did you not like? 601-879-4395. We will be right back with your winners and losers.
It's time for more Sports Talk Mississippi.
Finally.
On SuperTalk Mississippi, the SuperTalk app, and at supertalk.fm.
One more loser. Political campaigns that send you text messages.
Yeah.
So I do not have a Mississippi phone number. I have a South Carolina phone number because just the effort that it takes to change phone numbers is a pain in the butt. And so, I mean, I've got old friends and stuff that reach out to me. If I had a new phone number, I'd hate that I'd miss that. So I haven't changed my phone number. So I have an area code from there. I get 5 or 6 messages a day now with a video of the latest attack ad that they're airing and join the fight right now, vote for this candidate, all that stuff. And it's these automated systems, right? But they still think that I'm in South Carolina, so it's about South Carolina candidates.
Oh.
And every time I reply something along the lines of, now that you sent me this, I'm going to vote for the other guy. Good job.
As you should.
But that's clearly not getting through to these campaigns, whatever service they're using. There's no way that actually works on people. Is that like? There's no way.
Oh, I have no idea what works on people anymore. They just
sending me a message out of the blue addressing me by not my name.
Yeah.
But by my first name. I'm not going to vote for your guy. I'm not watching your stupid video. I'm going to vote for the other guy. And I tell them that. But
yeah, as you should.
They're losers. You got any more?
Nah, I think we're good.
Winner, Gluber with North Carolina.
What a pitcher that guy is. Need to get him. Somebody needs to tamper him into the portal.
Oh, they're trying, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Loser is the New York fan base for the U.S. Open. Not only did they boo Wyndham Clark, the turnout for the tournament was light because nobody wanted to travel out to the Hamptons. Yeah, that's another thing. U.S. Open crowd, there wasn't a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And it's not for lack of interest. I mean, U.S. Opens are packed everywhere except for there. And what was it, Saturday when the leaders were on like the 6th hole? You had a mass exodus because like the last train back to the city was leaving.
Oh, goodness.
So the leaders are on the 6th hole. They've got hours more to play, and there's nobody out there because got to get the train back to the city or whatever. Winner, Messi set a new World Cup goal record.
Yeah.
Winner, finally a day without rain here in South Mississippi. Loser, Ole Miss just because. Oh.
Well, there you go.
Winner, State for being in the top 25 toughest stadium in college football. 34-18 in the last 10 years, 10 of those losses coming in the last 2 years. We'll talk about that coming up for the College Football Fix.
Yeah.
Brandon says, not a huge soccer fan, but I'm hooked on the United States national team. Also hooked on these videos of foreigners loving everyday America.
It has been so enjoyable.
Winner, T-Pain, because DoorDash tagging him by mistake in the World Cup tweets and Instagram posts and stuff.
They're tagging T-Pain?
Yeah, so what's the player that they're trying to... There's some player in the World Cup that's doing great things, and his name is similar to that.
It's close to T-Pain?
It's close enough to where they're tagging him on accident. And he's like, please stop. I don't play. Stop tagging me. You got to see this. It's really funny. He's taking it in stride.
Tim Payne.
Yeah.
Okay. That's hilarious.
Somebody says, what if Bianco retired and Ole Miss hired Vitello? I would hate that as an Ole Miss fan. Well,
you'd hate it for about 10 minutes. Then the recruits start rolling in and the wins start piling up, and you're like, never mind.
Brian says, winner, College World Series ump gave a happy Father's Day shout-out before confirming the final out. I did not see that.
I didn't see that, no.
I hate that I have not locked into the College World Series, but there's so much other stuff going on.
There's other stuff going on, and like, this is not Sports Talk North Carolina or Sports Talk Oklahoma. So we'll have Kendall on or Jacob on after to wrap everything up and go ahead and start looking ahead to next year.
Butch says you can't text back stop. I mean, I can, but where's the fun in that? I want to let them know that not only do I don't want the messages, that I will actively campaign for the other guy because they sent me that. I want them to feel the hurt.
Speaking of some of that umpire, there's another winner. I'm sure, I don't know if you were watching. I hope that you were, but when the referee in the Paraguay-Turkey game was like, after review, number 10, cover his mouth. Decision is red card. It's like, yes. I don't know who that guy is, but I want him calling everything.
So that
I need to break that out on you sometime. Michael Borkey got away from the microphone. Decision is red card.
That rule. So if you guys missed it, a player got kicked out of a game because he put his hand over his mouth to say something to his opponent.
Right. And that is a huge issue right now, especially in European soccer. It's how people drop racist comments. Like somebody just walk past them and they just cover up their mouth like this and they'll say slurs. And, you can't get it on camera. So they've created this new rule. They're like, if you cover your mouth and talk to your opponent, you're out. And everybody knows it, so Almiron, who played in the Premier League, he should know what a problem that is. He's out. But the referee was electric.
I am very much on... I don't know if I love kicking players out of games for not saying something, but also say it with your full chest, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know the rule. They said the announcers were like, they went over this with everybody. Everybody knows the rule. If you put your hand over your mouth and talk, you're going to get red carded. I don't know if it's going to be as exciting as that particular red card was. By the way, loser, Turkey, 62 shots, 0 goals in 2 games.
That seems Turkey.
Turkey. Somebody got mad at me on Twitter. They were like, "Quit saying Turkey." It's Turkey, apparently.
Oh, whatever.
I don't care.
Turkey.
I also don't say Mexico. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'll say it the way I want to say it.
Also, they're going to turkey themselves back home because they already have been eliminated.
Yeah, they're already out.
Everybody's favorite, dark horse candidate to win this.
I thought they were the second best team in this group. I did, but they are not.
They just can't put it away.
Yeah.
They
know how to shoot at the goal, but they don't know how to score the goals. And that's really the most important part, the scoring.
Yeah. They can't. They don't know how to do the stuffing, I guess. And the sides just aren't there. They're not big on. Is that enough puns?
We got all these shots on goal, but no fixins.
Look up Wes McCauley in the NHL greatest referee ever. Is that the guy that says when he's announcing a review goes, "Y'all aren't gonna, or you're not gonna like this one," and then he announces that a goal got taken away?
I don't know. I have to check that
out. He tells the whole arena, "You're not gonna like this.
Not gonna be happy." Yeah. Sorry.
Sibby says Ole Miss baseball portal winner, doing good so far. Loser, the new rules only being head-to-head and not using goal differential. That is a very bad move. Because you have a lot of third games. Mexico's game doesn't matter either. Yeah. Just completely meaningless. Didn't Germany's third game also just utterly meaningless?
Yeah, but they would be ahead on goal differential anyway because they won 7-1 in the first one, right? Or 6-1, something like that.
Yeah. But our goal differential is...
it's huge. It's 5, right?
4-1 and 2-0, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we would be fine on goal differential. It's not a big deal. I do agree. Goal differential is an important thing that they should probably keep going, but whatever.
Is there something wrong with the radio channel? Yes, I believe our Jackson station is having some static, network connectivity problems, and the smart people are working on it. That's why Hadad and I are just talking. And
we don't work on those kind of things.
They don't.
We let people who have degrees in know how to build stuff do that. That's not our particular cup of tea.
Borkey, when you can, please re-explain the U.S. Open winners deal in the locker room again. I missed that. Sounds petty. So this isn't the only reason why people have grown to not like Wyndham Clark, but it is the big thing. Last year after the U.S. Open, he was frustrated after the final round, and he kicked 2 lockers, and these are old-timey lockers, at Oakmont, and the lockers had to be repaired, but kicked a hole in 2 of them, and the picture went viral. And, I mean, especially in golf, that's just not something that you do. In an iconic club like that, and an iconic locker room like that, he destroyed 2 lockers. That's a bad move. And then after, didn't necessarily take accountability. It took him a little while to finally be like, you know what, hand up. That was really dumb. He's been through a lot. His mom died, and the 2 of them were really close, and he's got some anger management stuff. I think people have magnified that 10 times further than it needs to be. Do we all really want to be judged forever on our weakest moments? He kicked a couple of lockers. It's not like he committed a crime or, drove off the road because he was on something like everybody's favorite golfer. We give a pass for people like Tiger Woods when he's done scumbag behavior throughout his entire career, but Wyndham Clark destroys a locker room, 2 lockers in a locker room, and he gets that treatment. It just doesn't. Those 2 things don't match up for me. If we're going to be morality police, then do it for everybody. But anyway, Sports Talk Mississippi. We'll be back.
From the SuperTalk Mississippi, your all-access pass to all things sports in Mississippi. Sports Talk Mississippi on the SuperTalk app, your local SuperTalk station, and at supertalk.fm.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi. Borkey and Hadad with you. Did you do a top 5 on Friday? And if so, what was it?
I did. And it was the top 5 most dominant SEC wins for Mississippi State and Ole Miss.
Ooh.
It was a fun one.
This one, in honor of it being the offseason officially, and, by the way, the longest day of the year was yesterday. So we are losing daylight ever so slightly every day, but we are on the dog days of summer. What are the top 5 best ways to pass the time this offseason? What do you do to make the time go by up until football season? So that's our top 5 today, your top 5 best ways to pass the time during the college football offseason. Hey, Dad, number 5.
Number 5 is a very simple one. Grill. Cook out. If you can't spend hours in front of the TV, spend hours outside putting meat to fire. That's the easiest choice.
Yeah, a lot of slow cooks, too.
Do some slow cook. Put some pork butts, put some briskets out there, some ribs, stuff that occupies time. If you want to cook a steak, that by all means, do so. But I'm just saying, if you're talking about what am I going to do all day on Saturday, you give yourself something that was going to require your attention for 6 or 7 hours, 10 hours, something like that. Big hunk of meat on the smoker. Grilling, smoking, barbecuing, number 1. Or number 5.
Picking a new series to binge watch. I'm doing all of these, by the way. Picking a new series to binge watch. I have started Supernatural, which is kind of dumb, but there's 15 seasons, I think. And so it's kind of like mindless, turn your brain off and watch it. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of into that type of stuff anyway, ghosts and all that crap. So that's what I'm doing. That's the best way to pass the time, is picking a series, binge watching it. Maybe it's Stranger Things or Ozark or whatever, but that's how I'm going to pass the time here. Is I've chosen Supernatural.
Okay, that's a lot of episodes.
Yeah,
so you should be good. You should be in good spot.
And they're like 20 episode seasons too. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So. You're good. You're good. Number 4 for me. Why not just watch college football? Just go to YouTube.
That's my number 4.
Just go to YouTube. And pick classic. Here's the thing. If you want to, you can go to YouTube and you can create a college football Saturday any day you want. You can easily find 4 or 5 games. You're just like, all right, I'm going to watch. Today I'm going to watch, I don't know, LSU Alabama 2019. And I'm going to watch, just pick your games, right? I'm trying to think of some classic ones off the top. Crazy, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But you could easily do that. And you could even you can theme it up, go to the college football schedule right now. Be like, all right, I'm going to find this week these teams are playing. I'm going to go back and find their best games and watch that. I'm going to find the best ever Ole Miss LSU game. I'm going to find the best ever Mississippi State Alabama game, and I'm going to watch them. That is a, and again, I beg the SEC, like you have all this. You could easily create a subscription service where all these games are available, commercial free. No problems. And if you told me that was $9.99 a month, I would pay it. Would absolutely pay you for that. So, shout out to the SEC, make that happen. But yeah, that's the answer.
Mine YouTube highlights. Instead of full games, I'll go to things like I'll look at stadium entrances. Mm-hmm. Watch Virginia Tech and Clemson and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, like, individual players, too, like Derrick Henry highlights, those kind of things. I'll watch a lot of that stuff in the offseason to kind of get me going. So maybe not full games, but same principle applies. I will consume a ton of college football games, videos of the past / stadium entrances on YouTube.
Well, that was the other thing. So that I had them separate.
Oh, nice.
So you can watch games. The other thing is just to watch college football stuff on YouTube. I do it all the time. I watch stadium entrances. I watch, the highlight packages from the pre-games. Like, you want to watch the highlight package of the 1997 Alabama-Tennessee game. It's going to be awesome. Vern Lundquist talking. Yeah. It's going to be fantastic. You can get yourself super fired up for football doing these kind of things. So, yes, that was my number 3 is watching YouTube of college football entrances, highlight packages, however you want to put it. The non-game stuff. Even better than the games in some ways. Because you want to commit to watching a game. You're going to even a abridged game is going to be a 30, 40-minute commitment. This is stuff you can just going to fly through.
My number 3, home improvement project. I'm doing a couple. Well, I guess it counts as 3, but I've got to paint all of the trim in the house, all of it. I mean, it's just beaten to you-know-what. That, I want to sand and stain my deck, and I want to sand and stain my coffee table and 2 end tables that are next to the couch. We've painted over them a bunch. I want to go back to the original wood. They're like tables from 1985 or something. I think Ethan Allen's the company. My dad's very proud of those tables he gave me, and we have not treated them like we're proud of the tables. So I'm gonna rent like a big belt sander or something and really take them down back to the OG wood and stain it and do that. So occupy time with home improvement project.
All right, very good. Take a trip is number 2. But, look, we're talking about we want to distract ourselves from college football. We don't want to hurt ourselves. So we're not going to Disney and putting 25,000 steps a day to eat mediocre food and ride rides.
That cost you $1 billion.
It cost you $1 billion. Go somewhere cool. Go to New Orleans. Go to Nashville. Go somewhere where there are great bars, great restaurants. That's the thing that always gets me. Like, my wife, she'll plan a vacation. Like, we're going to this museum and this, that. I'm just like, can we just go eat at good places? That's all I really want to do. Eat at good places, maybe grab a beer at a cool bar. That's really all I want out of a vacation. But I am one of those people who have the gift of, when I go on vacation, I can really, truly disconnect from just about everything. I don't really worry about what Borkey's talking about while I'm on vacation. You'll never catch me getting up at 4:51 a.m. on a day off to message him about something related to this show. It's just never going to happen. So take a trip. Get out of town. Enjoy yourself. That's number 1. Or number 2, I'm sorry.
That's number 2.
Yeah.
My number 2, adopting an obscure sport.
Very good.
Now, the World Cup is not obscure, but that's kind of a free space this summer. I'll do the Tour de France. Or France, if you're American.
France.
F1 races that I will not watch when there's, American sports on. Mm-hmm. But something like that I will do, whether it's the bikes or whether it's F1 or something like that. I will get into a sport that I don't care about unless we are in between baseball and football season.
All right. And you hit on my number 1, kind of. Become a baseball fan. If you're not a fan of baseball, this is the time. Get into MLB. There's always a game on. There's plenty of great players, great stuff to enjoy. You can always go to a game. If you live in this state, it's not a bad drive on the weekend to go over to Atlanta and watch a game. It's not that far. You pick. You don't have to go. You don't have to be just about the Braves. Pick the teams that they're playing. You want to go see some of those teams, whatever. But just being a baseball fan really does help pass the time between today and Labor Day weekend. Be a baseball fan. That's my number 1.
Mine, a beach trip. Go to the beach.
Yeah.
The standard dad beach trip where you overpack and you get down to the beach at like 7:45 in the morning to get the best spot, and you're setting up all the umbrellas and everything. Mm-hmm. You're over-prepared just to sit on your butt and look up out of the ocean, maybe go down, read a book, play some music, and just, like you said, disconnect for a while. That is the best way to spend an off-season, is at the beach. I know there's a debate that people don't really actually like the beach. They only pretend to. That's not me. I don't pretend. I love sitting my rear end in front of an ocean and just watching the waves go in and out and in and out. I could do that for hours without interruption.
I'm not a big beach person. I'm not. Like, again, if we go to the beach, the area the beach is in. I mean, the restaurants, the vibes, great. But I am more of a pool person when it comes to where I want to be around water. Not huge on the ocean. Not huge on the beach. That's just not for me. You're not ever going to see me say, let's plan a 30-day trip. That's not going to happen.
You'd love it down there.
I've been many times. It's just not my favorite. I just don't enjoy it. Again, there's a lot of great restaurants, great bars. There's some cool shopping things to do down there that, that's fine. But as far as just like putting my feet in the sand, not for me. This is not for me. I am not a beach guy.
So that Zach Brown song just doesn't speak to you?
No, because I don't even know what you're talking about.
Toes in the water.
Don't know it.
Rear end in the sand.
Can't do it. Can't help you. No. Answer is no.
Can't believe you never heard that song before.
I don't listen to the Zach Brown band.
I don't either, but I know the song.
I mean, you'd have to I'd have to go out of my way to listen to it. I don't listen to country music on the radio. And there's not a whole there is country music on my Spotify, but it's the songs that I like.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen.
You could not be more wrong.
There's your top 5. Sports Talk Mississippi. We'll be back in just a bit.
Smile fades in the summer. Place your hand in mine. I'll leave when I wanna.
Happening in Mississippi sports. You'll hear about it first, right here. Sports Talk Mississippi.
Butch and Pedal says, get in a lazy river and float and drink a beer. Lazy rivers that are not crowded are almost impossible to find.
Yeah,
but
awesome.
When you find one.
Yeah, that's an all-day deal right there.
Oh, man. You get one of those floats that you can attach like a little roof on like they have for babies.
Mm-hmm.
They need one of those. A little shady tube.
Yeah.
You just float on the lazy river by yourself.
That's a great idea. That's $1 million idea is what you just put together.
There's may not be a wider gap between fun and misery between a uncrowded lazy river and a crowded
lazy river is the worst thing ever. Yeah. Makes me think of that the Family Guy where they're like, so that's like he gave up quicker than a fat dad at a lazy river, and it's just a bunch of like, come on, Dad, get on the water slide. No, son, I'm going to the lazy river. This is the life I have chosen. And then it plays Everybody Hurts. A bunch of fat guys sitting there eating a bag of chips as they float down the river. Yeah. When the day is long. Yeah, something like that.
So he says, I'm flying to New York twice this year to go watch the Mets. It's easier than you would think. That sounds really hard, considering the Mets.
Well, I mean, you've got to want to see the Mets. Yeah, but it's true about every team.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we drove to Chicago last year from Starkville. It's not a terrible drive. We did it in one day. You know, it's a long drive, don't get me wrong, but, you know, it's doable in one day. We left at, I think, 8 a.m. and we were in Chicago by 7, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It's an 11-hour drive?
Oh, yeah, to Chicago. Yeah, it's a long drive.
Wow.
Yeah. Basically almost in Wisconsin. Yeah.
Should have taken the train. That would have taken you like 3 days.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to do that, so we just,
They need to, and I don't know who's responsible for this, and it may not even be a possibility, a direct, nonstop train from the Jackson area, which I guess the station is actually in Jackson, to New Orleans on Saint Sundays.
Mm-hmm. Wow, would be unbelievable.
That would feed families, is what that would do. But if you want to take the train, it stops 1 billion times, and it takes hours to get there. But if you just did one, hey, we're picking up here, taking you to New Orleans, and then when the game's over, we're taking you back, that thing would get packed out, I think. I would take it every Sunday. Yeah, I didn't have a ticket for the game. Hey, we're going to go ride the train, buddy.
Yeah. Borkey, Windsor, Ontario, Canada is a 13-hour drive from Oxford. It's not that far. You do it in a day. You could get in your car at 6 in the morning and be in Canada by 8
Well, I'm also
p.m.
not based in Oxford either, so add an extra 2 hours and 15 minutes to that.
But he's just saying.
I mean, the drive to...
You live in Madison, right? The Madison area?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't want to fly. I want to drive. Maps. 10 hours and 44 minutes going up I-55.
Oof.
You could literally do a Chicago weekend trip. You could get up early Saturday morning, be there, get there at 6, you're there by 7, go out to dinner, go see the Cubs the next day. It's a long drive home, but still, you could do it in 2 days. Wouldn't be that terrible.
I mean, to go see my family, it's an 8-hour drive. Yeah, it's fine.
This is actually fun.
So he says, flight got canceled for my honeymoon. We stayed at the Flowood Sheraton, and I floated on the lazy river with daiquiris in my hand after golfing for at least 6 hours.
There it is.
So did the flight get canceled where they put you up in there for the day, or did you not get to go at all?
I don't know.
Was it you that told the story? No, it's Richard, right? That forgot his passport when he was leaving the country?
Yes, that was Richard, yes. I've never left the country.
Never ever?
Nah.
As we're learning, though, with this World Cup deal, the country, we are so culturally diverse in terms of cities, and not just cities, but like Denver is so different than New Orleans, which is so different than Miami, which is so different from Atlanta. You never have to leave the country, and you can see so many things that, like people in France are like, oh, well, I've been to 8 different countries. Yeah, because you can drive 2 hours and get to 5 of them.
Yeah. But that said, you're right. Like, if you leave Mississippi and you drive 5 hours in any direction, you're in. It's not a different country, but it's a very different area. You get those things. You
can technically drive for 5 hours and never leave the state of Mississippi in a straight line.
That's true. It's very true. But that said, it's a lot different in South Haven than it is in Biloxi.
Yes. The French dressing on pizza thing.
Yeah, there's that, yeah.
The college football fix. EA Sports, the people that make the video game for college football, is doing the slow release of, toughest top 10 highest rated offenses and defenses and all that. That's coming all week long. Today they did most difficult stadiums. And I don't get the list. Mississippi State appears too low, but the rest of the list I don't get. We'll get to that for the college football fix after the news. Sports Talk Mississippi. Stick with us.
Talk Mississippi on the SuperTalk app, your local SuperTalk station, and at supertalk.fm.
Hours in the books. Michael Borkey, Brian Hadad with you, Sports Talk Mississippi, as we start this 5 o'clock hour. We're just glad you're here. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast wherever you get them. Just search Sports Talk Mississippi, and you can find us there, uploaded for you every day, commercial-free. So if you missed our conversation in the 3 o'clock hour, we did talk a little baseball portal and World Cup and stuff like that. We did winners and losers and more. All of that is there for you. But right now, you know what time it is by now. If you listen to this show every day, you know it's college football fix time.
The college football fix is driven by your Mississippi Ford dealers. Built Ford tough. Best-selling truck in America is the Ford F-150. If you're looking to buy a new truck, don't waste anybody's time, especially not your own. Visit your local Mississippi Ford dealers today. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
All right, EA Sports released the top 25 toughest places to play in their video game in college football 2027, I guess is what it'll be this year. But stadiums have impact on the way your team can play on the road. They ranked them 1 to 25 based on difficulty. I don't understand the rationale that led to this conclusion. You guys tell us, though, what you think, and we'll go through this. Hey, I'm just going to go 1 through 25 quickly, and then we'll circle back to an actual discussion about it.
Sure.
Tiger Stadium, LSU, number 1. Number 2, Ohio State, Ohio Stadium. Number 3, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. Number 4, Sanford Stadium at Georgia. Number 5, Bryant-Denny at Alabama. Number 6, Outson Stadium at Oregon. Number 7, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, otherwise known as the Swamp at Florida. Number 8, Neyland Stadium. Number 9, Memorial Stadium. That is where Clemson plays, the other Death Valley. Mm-hmm. Number 10, Kyle Field at Texas A&M. Number 11, the Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. You guessed it, at Oklahoma. Number 12, Michigan Stadium. Number 13, DKR at Texas. Number 14, Jordan-Hare at Auburn. Number 15, Husky Stadium at Washington. Number 16, Williams-Brice Stadium at South Carolina. Number 7, Indiana Memorial Stadium. 17, Indiana Memorial Stadium. Number 18, Rice-Eccles Stadium at Utah. Number 19, Iowa's Kinnick Stadium. Number 20, Notre Dame Stadium. Number 21, the Doak at Florida State. Number 22, Lane Stadium at Virginia Tech. Number 23, Carter Finley Stadium at NC State. Number 24, LaFell Edwards Stadium at BYU. And number 25, Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville on the campus of Mississippi State.
Where do you want to start?
Start there. Just what that means, all that stuff.
I mean, I don't see it with State right now. Like, State was 25th when they did this a few years back. I don't know how much they've updated the rankings. I mean, don't get me wrong. When State is right, yes, it is. It can be a very tough place to play. When the stadium is packed with Mississippi State fans, they're ringing cowbells. Yes, very tough place to play. But when was that? I mean, has it been for quite a while?
And that's my question about a list like this is, okay, what was your rationale? How did you come to this conclusion? Because it's that debate. Well, what makes a place difficult to play? If the standard is when it is right, when the team is good, it's 6 o'clock, they're playing another good team. When the stadium is right, Mississippi State is too low.
Right.
And we already got the text. Well, if Southern Miss would have cowbells, but they don't. And, well, they're allowed to have cowbells. Well, they are. So this isn't what the stadiums would be if the cowbells were eliminated ranking. It's what is it?
Yeah.
And until those go away, they are factored into how difficult it is to play in said environment. Not only are they noisy as all get out, they're unique. So you don't deal with that every week. You deal with the same crowd noise that you get at Stanford and DKR right. every week. The Bells incorporate something different. Ask Sam Levitt. I mean, he vomited all over himself for 4 quarters because the cowbell's in that place.
Right.
So that's part of it. But if that's the standard, 25 is too low. So what is it? What's your rationale? And I mean, what? Ole Miss has lost, what, 1 home game in years?
Yeah.
So is it how good the team is or how difficult the stadium's to play in? Because Indiana at 17 makes absolutely no sense at all if it's about when everything's right.
Yeah.
Because the stadium is small. It is very open air. They don't have cowbells to make it even louder. That is not a difficult place to go play. It's hard now because the team is good. But if you're really putting Indiana ahead of Doak Campbell, for example, when they're both right, you're out of your mind.
Right.
That makes no sense. The rationale behind that is total nonsense. So I need a little bit more direction if you're going to rank stadiums, because this one on its face makes absolutely no sense at all.
Yeah, there's some things in there. I have to tend to agree, like, someone said, Tim and Enterprise, the record should be based on your home record. And you got to take some things into account. Like, I'm sure there are teams in the MAC that have a great home record, right? But Mississippi State's home record has not been great over the last, since this game came out, basically.
Yeah.
So if they weren't on this list, I wouldn't have been. I'm more surprised they are on the list. And then, as you mentioned with Ole Miss, they've had a fantastic home record these past couple of years. So whether or not you think it's one of those things where, like, is it the environment or is it the team? For me, I would tell you that it's the team. The team has made the environment at Ole Miss tough. Whereas at LSU, the environment makes it tough. So I just, look, we are kind of old man shaking his hand.
It's June 22nd. What else?
June 22nd, yeah. But this is something that if you are someone like me, and I take that game seriously, I enjoy playing it, I want it to be as realistic as possible. And I just, there's some things lacking here, obviously.
Yeah. We got this on the text line. I've been in Bryant-Denny a few times. I've never been overly impressed. Now, look, it's a great stadium, and it's loud and all that, but I've been to Neyland, and I was infinitely more impressed with Tennessee's crowd than I was Alabama's in terms of noise and being into it and things like that. I'm infinitely more impressed with Clemson's environment than I am Alabama's in terms of how they actually try to impact winning on the field. From what I've heard about Oklahoma, they're too high.
Mm-hmm. I've never been, so I don't know.
Jordan Hare seems underrated. They've had 5 consecutive losing seasons, but is it about the team on the field or the environment when it's right? I think Jordan Hare's too low.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ohio Stadium is too high. I've been there. I've been to Penn State. I know it's 2 versus 3. Penn State, much more difficult than Ohio Stadium in terms of just environment. Much more difficult.
Yeah.
That place was nuts. I was like almost scared. That's how awesome the environment was.
Yeah.
Carter Finley Stadium at NC State, that makes no sense at all.
Nobody. If I said list the top 25 most intimidating stadiums, nobody on earth, I don't think, is putting Carter Finley Stadium on there. I don't think anybody is. Not even NC State fans.
Yeah, they'd probably just. I've been to a couple games there, and it's like, okay. It's
a regular stadium. Yeah,
it's okay, and the teams are average.
Yeah.
Is Lane Stadium tough, or is their entrance cool? At Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech is it's what you were just saying. When they're right, yes, that is an intimidating place to play. But when was the last time that was?
I've never heard DKR as being a super intimidating place. It's big. There's a lot of people, but
yeah, it's just one of those kind of. It's big, and the team is good, so they get the.
Michigan Stadium, I have not been myself. I know a lot of people that have, and a lot of people, but it is built so flat, it's not loud.
Yeah.
You are so far away from the field on almost like an inclined plane, or a non-inclined plane. It's almost flat completely.
Yeah.
So that's just a lot of qualms with this, Hadad.
I get it. Yeah, South Carolina is a stadium when it's right. They are. That's a very intimidating place to play. This is the problem with the stadium pulse thing. Here's what they really should do. It should be based on attendance. Let's make it easy.
Yeah, that seems like the most.
In that case, Bryant-Denny's going to be high, even though you and I agree it's not the most intimidating place to play in terms of the atmosphere. But that's it. It's loud. It gets loud. So, just make it easy on yourself.
Yeah, the number of fans you have is the impact that it has.
Of course, that being said, it'd be funny. The Rose Bowl would be up there.
Yeah, UCLA.
UCLA would have like number 3. So I guess that has its own issues too. So I don't know. I don't know the answer.
I don't know the answer. I just know this one's the wrong one.
Yeah.
Especially Indiana. Come on.
Yes. That place is intimidating to play because of the team that's there, not necessarily anything else.
You don't want to play the team.
Right.
Sports Talk Mississippi. College football fix driven by Ford. We'll be back in just a bit.
The best sports talk in the state.
It's the best thing.
Say that again.
We the best on 3. 1, 2, 3. We the best.
Sports Talk Talk Mississippi. Super Talk Mississippi.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi. A few of your texts on this. None come close to Tiger Stadium at night.
I totally agree.
It's just hard to even...
It's the easy number one.
Yeah.
There's a gap between it and number two.
I will say, though, the Penn State game that I went to, they were playing Ohio State. They were both ranked. That if anything is close, that one is as close as it could possibly get. And the stadium, I guess they're doing a ton of renovations, and so maybe this phenomenon will go away. But it was just built out of steel. And so it shook. I mean, truly shook. And not like when there's one big play and everybody jumps. I mean, every down on defense, what you were standing on felt like it was about to collapse right underneath you. The whole game. It's really hideous from the outside. Again, they're doing renovations. I think they're dressing it up as well. But erector set, right, is we didn't get to play with those. Those were out of commission by the time I was growing up. But that's what it looked like, and that's what it felt like on the inside. Somebody says, I'm thinking Davis Wade is ranked at 25 is where it should be right now. It would be much higher if the team was better, but it's still intimidating regardless of record. On the other hand, Ole Miss is just not an intimidating stadium regardless of the team's success. Not saying it's bad, but compared to other stadiums listed, Vaught-Hemingway doesn't make the top 25. I will say, so compared to, the Swamp or whatever, but, man, I've been to Carter Finley Stadium. There's no difference. And I will give Ole Miss fans credit. Fan behavior, quote unquote, like when I was in school and the couple years after school, it was almost like the people were too cool in a way to create an environment. Fans certainly didn't try the way that they should have, sitting on their hands and all that. Last few years, that has changed.
Yeah.
Fan, quote unquote, behavior has
been better.
I don't know what it took, but the fans in the stadium at large have finally realized, oh, wait, I can impact the results on the field? Oh, let me do that then.
Yeah.
As opposed to back in, 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, et cetera, that they had to sit there and wait for something to happen before they got into it.
Yeah.
So, anyway. You could normalize stadium rankings with a simple formula, like peak attendance divided by peak decibels. See, that's another... Why don't they go to stadiums and do decibel meters?
Yeah, they could do that. That would be another idea, yeah.
And you put out the list, hey, this is our data that we recorded ourselves. It's not expensive.
Yeah.
Every stadium's got a decibel meter these days. Somebody says, go to the old stadium in Birmingham, Alabama. It was built with steel. That is one of the worst places I've ever been.
Legion Field? That's not great.
It is absolutely horrible. 601-879-4395. We can't get to all of these messages, but only for a good reason. We've got 2 teams to get to, and we'll do that right now in the countdown of 100 teams in 100 days.
This day is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This day is bananas.
100 teams in 100 days.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go! It's the final countdown.
Team number 69 on the countdown of 100 teams in 100 days. We go to the Atlantic Coast Conference. This is a team that is actually generally on the Atlantic Coast. Imagine that. Syracuse, team number 69.
How many nice references can I make? I don't know.
Don't call it the Carrier Dome. It is no longer the Carrier Dome, the iconic stadium that the Syracuse basketball team, frankly, has made famous, although that program has kind of taken a nosedive as of late. Not the same. Syracuse basketball when I was growing up,
Yeah.
They were a wagon. They're not a wagon anymore. It is now the JMA Wireless Dome. I have no idea what JMA Wireless is. I assume it's a phone company or an internet company or something. But
I'm sure, yeah.
2,784 seats. They actually play ice hockey in there as well as basketball. So 3 sports play in the JMA Wireless Dome.
Okay.
But the basketball capacity, 33,000 for whatever it's worth. They used to sell that place out every night.
Yeah.
Fran Brown enters year 3 as the head coach at Syracuse. He was the DB coach at Georgia for 2 years before taking that job. He's been all over. Played at Western Carolina and spent a little bit of time as a defensive back in the NFL as well. Bounced around at Temple and Baylor and Rutgers before getting that Georgia job. Then he goes to Syracuse, uses the portal, and used it well. In 2024, they won 10 games. Finished 4th in their division. They won the Holiday Bowl. It was a good year. Last year, they get Steve Angeli out of the transfer portal. He was the guy that lost the starting job at quarterback at Notre Dame, transfers to Syracuse, talented kid, and they got off to a really good start. They lost to Tennessee in Mercedes-Benz Stadium to start the season, but offensively they played well, and it wasn't necessarily a bad showing. Then they beat UConn. Then they beat Colgate, and then remember in week 4, they went to Clemson and beat Clemson. Here's the problem. Steve Angeli got hurt during that game and was knocked out for the season. He was really good up until that point. 63% completions, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. They were off to a really good start, and it wasn't just him. They got injured all up and down that roster last year.
It was one of the most incredible bad spells of injury luck you'll ever see.
They lost every game after that, after Angeli's injury, to Duke, SMU, Pitt, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, at Miami, Notre Dame, in which they lost 70-7. And then to Boston College to close the season out. Hopefully, they have better injury luck in 2026. Angeli returns at quarterback. They open with New Hampshire and a conference game against Cal at home in week 2 before they go to Pitt in week 3. Have an off week, they go to UConn, then Virginia in back-to-back weeks. They host Louisville, go to North Carolina, host SMU and Clemson before going to NC State and Boston College and closing their season out hosting Notre Dame in the, again, JMA Wireless Dome. Syracuse, team number 69 on the countdown of 100 teams in 100 days. Hopefully, again, with a little bit better luck this year.
Well, it should be no surprise in New York that we're going to be going to a pizza place. That's the number 1 restaurant in the city of Syracuse. Abitz Regionale. Abitz Regionale.
Regional pizza.
That's, basically what it is. Very simple menu here. We've got 6 appetizers, a couple salads, 3 pastas on the menu. The rest is pizza. An extensive wine list, though. What pizza am I getting? So let's see here. I don't know. Meatball pizza sounds pretty good. Oh, they got a shrimp pizza. They got a couple. Yeah, these are some fancy pizzas, but you can customize. But they don't have. This is a fancy pizza restaurant. Do you want pepperoni on your pizza?
Yeah.
Too bad. They ain't got it. No pepperoni.
Oh, come on.
I don't know if this is the place for us.
Oh,
Borkey.
Come on.
This is the number 1 place, though. Chicken Parmesan, though, sounds good. I won't lie. I'm a big fan of chicken Parmesan. But yeah, their only their meat options are prosciutto, meatballs, and sausage. No pepperoni, no bacon. They have mushrooms. You can add an egg. Who wants an egg on a pizza?
Who wants an egg on a pizza?
I don't know about this place, guys. I got to be totally honest with you. I'm not going to give it my fullest recommendation, but I will say if you're ever in Syracuse and you stop at Abitz Regionale, you tell them, hey, Dad and Borkey sent you.
I don't know if I want.
I don't know about this place. The number 2 place was a barbecue place. Should I go back and look at it?
Yeah, because I don't know about that.
TripAdvisor. All right, hold on. I've heard of this barbecue place. It's called Dinosaur Barbecue. It's pretty famous. Let me see here. Just looking at their website, it looks like we're going to be a little happier here. Here we go. Syracuse menu. dine-in menu. Why do I need all these options? Just put the menu up, guys. We got to make our restaurant websites simpler. Guys, you got to do it. All right, here we go. Fried green tomatoes, deviled eggs on the menu. Got a full selection of smoked wings to go with. Sliders, pork, barbecue pork, brisket, cheeseburger, or pork belly slider. Okay. Rack of ribs, plenty of brisket. I think this is a better choice. I think we need to go to Dinosaur Barbecue. They got sandwiches. They got a brisket cheesesteak. That sounds really good. Burgers. Yeah, this is the better choice. We're going to Dinosaur Barbecue, guys. Change the plans. If we go to Syracuse, we're not getting pizza. We're not getting the fancy pizza place. We're going to Dinosaur Barbecue. Tell them Hadad and Borkey sent you.
That's team number 69. We will get to team number 68 on the countdown of 100 teams in 100 days when we come back.
From the Seabrook.
Now we have a special surprise for everyone.
Give it to me. More Sports Talk Mississippi right now on Super Talk Mississippi.
Welcome back, Sports Talk Mississippi. Borkey and Hadad with you. On the stadium thing, somebody said, hate to say it, LSU has registered on the Richter scale. Seattle did twice during the World Cup game.
Saw that.
After both goals. I'm sure you didn't talk about the Seattle Times running an article about how people in Seattle are having a hard time getting excited for the World Cup game because they don't want to support the country with the president.
No, I didn't bring that up.
And then they put 70,000 people in the stadium.
I also wasn't aware of it until this moment in time because I don't seek that kind of content out.
I don't seek it out either. It got properly ratioed. Internet, not real life. This is real life, though. Linda Cohn, hanging it up, long-time anchor at ESPN. She was part of – so you grew up, I guess – right as it was getting started, right?
Yeah.
What's the book? Boys Will Be Boys. Is that the book about ESPN?
I think that's correct, yeah.
So mine was more Stuart Scott, Van Pelt, towards the end of like Rich Eisen and Hadad. His name's escaping me. The guy that has lost his marbles. He's gone political. Keith Olbermann.
Yeah.
But Linda Cohn was a big part of my childhood, watching the reruns of SportsCenter. She was always a part of it. She's a legend. And honestly, I haven't consumed anything she's done in a long time because I just don't watch ESPN anymore. But my childhood had a lot of Linda Cohn in it, and what a legendary career.
Yeah. So I think did I see today she's been on more SportsCenters than anybody?
I think that is the case, yeah.
Yeah.
A decades-long career there.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah, good.
But again, that's one of those, it's like, that's what I'm looking for. Like, just keep getting older. People just keep retiring. So,
let's get to it. Team number 68. We will catch up today on the countdown of 100 teams in 100 days. We go out west for this one. The New Mexico Lobos. Not bad. It's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
They will be playing in the new conference, but the old conference. They're out west.
Yeah.
And Jason Eck, an interesting head coach. We'll get to more of that in a second. They play at the University Stadium there in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Turner and Margaret Branch Field. I wonder what they donated to get their name on that field. 39,220 is the official capacity there. The Mountain West.
They're lawyers.
Oh, good.
Turner and Margaret, they're obviously husband and wife, and they own apparently looks like a very large law firm in the New Mexico area. My lawyer in New Mexico is a single practitioner, a guy by the name of Saul Goodman.
New Mexico and New Mexico State, both programs, honestly, but we're talking about New Mexico today, have been just a graveyard of lack of success. Just years and years and years of not winning football and just lost football. Their all-time record is 503 and 633. They have been to 14 bowl games, and they've only won 4 of the 14 bowl games. They last won a conference championship, and that was the WAC in 1964. They have won their division twice, ever, as a program, the last time in 2016. But in comes Jason Eck. They hired him from Idaho, where he was a head coach for 3 years. He has been all over the map. He was an offensive lineman at Wisconsin. He bounced all over. I mean, hey, this is his job listing before he got to Idaho. Wisconsin, Colorado, Idaho, Winona State, Ball State, Hampton, Western Illinois, Minnesota State, Montana State, South Dakota State, head coach at Idaho, and now the head coach at New Mexico. And in year 1, they go 9-4. And they get back to a bowl game for the first time since 2016. And that was a team that he took over that lost basically the entire roster.
Yeah.
He had to rebuild his entire roster in one offseason. He did that and won 9 games with it. They opened the season with the loss at Michigan. They beat Idaho State. Remember, they beat UCLA in week 3. Dominated them 35-10. They beat their rival, New Mexico State. They lost back-to-back games at San Jose State by a touchdown and at Boise State 41-25. And then they won the rest of their games. Nevada, Utah State, they won at UNLV, which was a huge win for them at the time. They beat Colorado State. They won at Air Force. They beat San Diego State. And then they got to the Rate Bowl, in which they lost to Minnesota by 3 in overtime. So an awesome year 1 for Jason Eck. And if he does this again, he's also a very likable guy. He's a little bit on the bigger side. And he's funny and he's smart. And it won't be long before he's coaching in the Power 4, I don't think. They start the season with Central Michigan and Mercyhurst. Quick, name that mascot.
They're like a horse, aren't they?
They're the Lakers, the Mercyhurst Lakers.
Dang it.
And then they go to Oklahoma in week 3 for the bye game. Then they go to New Mexico State, which, by the way, that game has a name. What is the name of the New Mexico State game?
What is it? I don't know.
You don't know? How could you not know that the Rio Grande rivalry gets played between those two?
Didn't know.
They host UTEP, have an off week before they go to Hawaii. They host North Dakota State, who is now, as I said, new conference mate. We talked about them last week. They go to San Jose State, Nevada, before hosting Dan Mullen and UNLV. And they end the season at Wyoming and hosting Air Force.
Well, we'll see what the Lobos can do this year. You're not going to be surprised here. Apparently, it's a chain restaurant. Los Pollos Hermanos is the name of this. No, I'm just kidding. But you're not surprised. It's a Mexican restaurant. La Nueva Casita since 1957. So that's a good start, right? We're talking about a business that's been open for almost 70 years. It's got to be good. It looks like it's a very typical Mexican breakfast, lunch, and dinner place. You can get a lot of great stuff going on. For breakfast, chili con carne with eggs. I'm going to really lean into the accent here. Huevos compostadas. I don't know what that is. 2 corn cups filled with red or green chili meat topped with eggs and cheese. Okay. That sounds pretty good, actually. Chilaquiles. You ever had chilaquiles?
I have not, actually.
You would like chilaquiles. It's tortilla chips. They're basically covered in salsa, like a sauce with like shredded chicken and cheese and onions and stuff on top. It's the Mexican breakfast of champions. You would love it.
That sounds amazing.
It's really good. But they can also got like some regular. They got the regular breakfast stuff too, and then for lunch, tacos, enchiladas, sopapillas, gorditas. But you can also get a half-pound ribeye covered in chili con queso. Now, hold on, I can get a ribeye steak covered in queso. Sign me up for this. So, like I said, it looks like a very simple restaurant. It is Coke restaurant. That's good. That's good stuff. That's you got to know. You got to know. You can add green chilies to any burger you want. That's very big out there. This looks like a good place to eat. If you're ever in Las Cruces, New Mexico, and you stop by La Nueva Casita Cafe.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Las Cruces?
How do you pronounce it? I don't know how to pronounce it, man. Isn't it Las Cruces?
But here's the problem.
I Googled where is the University of New Mexico.
Yeah, you're in the wrong city.
Hold on.
New Mexico State is in Las Cruces. New Mexico is in Albuquerque.
Google led me wrong here. It pulled a Tim Bowens on me, and it gave me the University of New Mexico State.
Oh, that's horrible.
All right. Real quick. Hold on.
Gosh, and we get mad when ESPN mixes up State and Ole Miss. You just did
Google. That. Google did that, not me. Albuquerque. All right, here we go. Guess what? It's still Mexican food.
No way.
It's the original cochina azul.
Ooh, the blue.
The blue cochina. Yeah. Yes, as you know, guacamole toast. So that's like a fancy avocado. There's another breakfast place happening here. A full lineup of tacos, enchiladas, everything else. They got burgers. They got the big green chili cheeseburger that looks really good. Taco burger. Doesn't look bad at all.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll go there. Fine then. My bad. If you're ever in Albuquerque and you go to La Cochina Azul, you tell them, hey, Dad and Borkey sent you.
Sports Talk Mississippi. We'll wrap the show up with you next.
Dang it, Google.
Sports Talk Mississippi is back.
This is it.
Super Talk Mississippi.
Bless you.
Thank you. Goodness gracious. We got a trending topic here. I want to get your thoughts on.
Okay.
Here on this Twitter app.
The everything app.
The worst candy bar. Now, they threw out 4 options. Ooh. They threw out Mr. Good Bar, Payday, Butterfinger, Mounds / Almond Joy. Now,
Payday.
Let me set some things up here. First off, there's a massive difference between Mounds and Almond Joy. All right, Almond Joy is at least okay. The almonds make it acceptable. Mounds is just dark chocolate and coconut. Is not good. All right. Butterfinger does not belong on this list. Butterfinger is a good candy bar.
Yes, it is.
All right. You're saying Payday. Not a fan.
Because it is just peanuts and caramel, and it's...
First off, it's not peanuts and caramel. It's peanuts and nougat.
Or whatever. But if I wanted to eat peanuts...
Grab a Snickers.
I would just go get a handful of peanuts without it being impossible to consume.
You know there's a chocolate-covered Payday, though. Those do exist.
Okay, that's a little bit more interesting. But they just, they all get stuck in your teeth, and it's not an enjoyable
I'm going to tell you the number one answer here. I'm going to tell you what the answer is. And it's not on this list. And I'd be surprised if you've heard of it. They still make it, and I couldn't tell you the last time I saw somebody buy one. My mom bought me a few when I was a kid, and I was like, Mom, I appreciate you. You bring home a little happy, right? You're like, hey, this is for my son. I got him a candy bar. Yeah. Not this one. I'd rather have no candy bar than this one. Zero. Are you familiar with Zero?
Never heard of Zero.
It's a white chocolate candy bar with like a chocolatey fudge. It is gross. Parents who buy their kids Zero don't love their children.
Ooh, the wrapper is problematic already.
Yeah, it's called Zero. No, don't ever buy Zero.
I do like white chocolate, though.
White chocolate is fine, but the Zero candy bar is awful. What is the opposite?
It just doesn't look right.
It's not appetizing, yeah. So, let's take the other side of this discussion. What is the best candy bar?
Reese's.
Is that a candy bar or is that a candy?
Ooh, so it has to be a bar.
I want a bar,
okay.
Yeah.
Man, the aforementioned Butterfinger is way up there.
Butterfinger has no business being on this list of the worst.
It's way up there.
My favorite one might surprise you. My favorite candy bar. You want to guess? You probably won't guess.
I won't guess.
So whatchamacallit?
See, I
never had a whatchamacallit? Oh, I'll bring you one next time I see you. Whatchamacallit is a great, great candy bar. It's got Crispies in it.
Yeah, those help.
Yeah, it's
like
got some,
Kit Kats.
It's got some texture. It's crunchy. It's smooth. It's fantastic. Whatchamacallit is my favorite candy bar. If I had to rank a top 3, and we're taking Reese's out, I'm going to go whatchamacallit, Snickers, Twix.
I don't love Snickers is fine. I don't love it the way others do.
Dan in Hasburg likes Zero bars. Dan,
you're crazy,
come on.
Dan.
Dan, you're a crazy person. You're a madman. I just got a text from somebody member of our SuperTalk family, so that's a bad take. You're wrong, sir. You're wrong.
Oh, you're not going to like this one. I like Heath bars a lot.
Oh, I love Heath bars. Now, I prefer Heath bars crunched up over, in a blizzard or something like that. A Heath blizzard, a Heath Sonic Blast, whatever, elite. But just as a candy bar, a Heath or a Score, very good. Crunchy, toffee, I like that.
Where does just a standard old Hershey's fall in this conversation?
Nobody's eating that.
The cookies and cream.
Hershey's. The cookies and cream is fine, yeah. So take 5, that's a good choice.
Hold on, don't talk down on Hershey's now. That's the home of Captain America, Christian Pulisic.
That's also the home of a lot of the candy bars we're talking about right now.
True.
They make a lot more than just the Hershey bar there. We got some votes for Three Musketeers. Larry, I'm a Three Musketeer guy. That's a good candy bar. There's a lot of people who like Zero. I'm shocked. Shocked by this. Caramello, that's a good one.
Never heard of that.
It's just chocolate and caramel. You can't go wrong. But the problem with it is when you break it, it's got like a cheese pull of caramel. You're going to get it on your hands. There's just no getting around that.
I just thought a lot of people on the text line, because there's a lot of votes for.
Listen to this one. First text ever. Blasphemy. Zero bars are great. This is what got you to text?
I love it.
I love it. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you.
I need to go try a Zero bar now. I need to figure out what all the negative hype is about.
Yeah, it's not good. Get you a whatchamacallit, too, to watch that down. As always, you guys deliver for us. When we go off topic, you guys show up in a big way. $100,000, the $100,000 bar, that's a good choice. Milky Way, a little plain. I don't know. White chocolate Reese's eggs. That's just too much. Let's keep it simple. All right, back tomorrow with who knows what. I'm excited to see. We'll have a top 5. We'll have some World Cup stuff. We'll have some baseball. We'll know who the national champion is in college baseball. A lot of great stuff. Thanks for joining us. For Michael Borkey, for Rhino, who just snuck in, the real Captain America right there. I'm Brian Hadad. Appreciate you guys joining us here on a Monday. See you tomorrow.
SuperTalk Mississippi Media Production.